Okay, so I was doing we were gonna do a clip about Bill Maher and his shitty taste in music. Then I started thinking, no one personifies the era of the Playboy Mansion more than fucking Bill Maher. And this is Bill Maher, and is doing his dumb, fucking lame, atrocious stand up at at an honor at a life. I don't know, some kind of honor for
life
Hugh Hefner.
achievement.
It's not a roast
Award presentation
for Hugh Hefner.
I don't. What is this life achievement putting out? Like you broke 1,000 titty pics published in a magazine.
Technically, the king of incels. Hugh Hefner.
The king of incels.
The king of incels.
All right.
Because nothing about his sex was voluntary.
I don't know who's sitting next to him, but he's kind of looking at him like he's kind of punching him in the fucking face. And look at this guy. It's just
That's Hugh Hefner.
That's not Hugh Hefner.
That's Hugh Hefner.
No way. That does not look like Hugh Hefner.
Why?
He wasn't wearing that suit whenever he introduced him.
Yeah, because he doesn't have pajamas and a fucking pipe. Maybe
no, he wasn't wearing...
Plus, he's got those big Larry King glasses.
That guy wasn't wearing that suit. I'm telling you, that's not fucking Hugh.
Yeah, he's looking right at him, dude. Alright, just play his shitty
look,
jokes.
See, that's the guy there. There's Hugh Hefner there, you fucking idiot.
No, that's Larry King.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
That's Larry King is introducing Hugh Hefner.
Damn, Hugh Hefner aged weird. No, I can see it now. It looked weird on that straight up fucking... His chin looks bigger.
Well, I have a few words to say about you, because they told me this was about you, and I have to say, in all sincerity, in my life, I have 3 heroes: my father, Jesus Christ, and Hugh Hefner.
Okay, now imagine... Alright. Really, I want to concentrate on his joke, on how shitty his jokes are, but this Hugh Hefner thing. Do you imagine, like, growing up and being like, one day I want to be just like that guy. I want to have to pay for sex. Like, you don't look at Burt Reynolds or Muhammad Ali or any other fucking, what they used to call those, dick slingers? Famous dick slingers? Respectable dick slingers? You look at the guy who literally has to pay for sex. That's what he's famous for. Alright.
Not necessarily in that order. Don't...
When this was happening, I'm guessing it looks like it was the 90s.
Yeah.
That was still when, like, porn stars kind of were still at the point where they were getting celebrity status.
Yeah, but they hadn't quite crossed over into, like,
nowadays,
respectability.
Well, nowadays it's not...
They were still treated like trash.
Yeah, nowadays, I mean, they're still treated like trash unless they do it independently.
Yeah, but we'll do that Aurora Snow thing, but, like, post, like, Sasha Grey and this chick we're going to do, Aurora Snow, and Adrian Chechik, like, they have, like, you know, they're like Twitch streamers now. People actually give a shit what they have, like, their opinions about shit and stuff. Back then, no, I'm serious. Then...
I know. There's so many porn stars with podcasts that have nothing to do with porn.
Yeah, I know. Fucking... Dude, fucking Sasha Grey is like a professional gamer now. But anyways, so...
But especially dude porn stars. Like, that's not there's no modern, like...
Ron Jeremy crossed over, and then
exactly.
Then it turned out he was a serial rapist.
I'd say, like, Peter North, there's not, like, somebody there. I guess there's probably, who's that one? Black dudes with giant dicks, Mandingo.
But guy porn stars used to get high fives, and then female porn stars used to be like, what's wrong with you? Show me your tits.
Also, guy porn stars used to be able to pay bills in, like, Los Angeles, and now they get paid, like, $75.
Well, actually, that's always been a thing in porn where women got paid, where men made half of what women did.
If not less.
Yeah. But Ron Jeremy, but whatever.
Yeah, no, dudes are getting paid, like, for, like, we get paid for, like, feature spots.
When this was happening, probably the only real mainstream one was Jenna Jameson.
A big head, Jesus.
And Pam, at least.
Not a word on how much...
There was Dorothy Stratton, who could have been a star but was murdered by a Canadian pimp.
Listen, girl, you're gonna be a star.
Eh?
That's what they all say to him to get him to do porn. All you gotta do is this video. I'll make you a star.
She could have been. She was in a really good Peter Bogdanovich movie, and she could have been. And then I heard on that HBO Playboy documentary that Hugh Hefner anally raped her.
Nice.
Pussy he got. But this man... Wait a
Yeah, I can
second.
see it now.
We're roasting Hugh Hefner, aren't we?
Man, his face really got like
Toast. Oh, it's a toast, not a
skinnier.
roast. All right. Sorry.
Like, it looks like his jaw's got
Sorry
more.
about the... Do you have a pen? I could cross that out. Now, I go way back with this man because when I was 12 years old, before I even knew why Playboy was good, we used to steal them when we were babysitting or wherever we were. We'd secret them out of somebody's basement and we hid them in the woods. I'm not kidding. We would go out there and dig them up and look at them, and they were covered with worms, and they... To this day, I can't jerk off unless I have mud on my dick. I'm telling you.
To this day, either Bill Maher or Hugh Hefner, Bill Maher can't fucking come without paying somebody $1,000. Hey,
Shit on his dick. That's what he means by mud, folks.
no, dude, that's a.
It's a
I had a
shitty dick.
dude. I had a woods porn bit that I've been thinking about for a while. Like, should I do a bit about woods porn? And then, like, dude did it the other night.
It's weird how common that was back in. I mean,
Well-
because I grew up not in that era.
Yeah, for
Like,
our
I
era,
didn't
yeah.
have porn mags.
Number one
because
reason.
I didn't have the internet whenever I was a little kid. It wasn't really a thing, especially like internet porn.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, my dad didn't have nudie mags or anything like that. Like, I could turn that room upside down and would maybe find like a thing of lube, and that would probably be the most
Yeah.
sexualized things. They're very vanilla people.
It's just there's something funny about finding porn in the woods, and if you tell somebody from a different generation that, it just sounds hilarious.
It's very
But
weird
now that other
how
dude's got
common
it.
it is. It's kind of like the.
Yeah, that everybody
It's kinda
says it.
like-
Everybody knows about it.
It's kind of like the people asking black people if they can touch their hair. Like, it seems like it can't be that common of a thing, but then you hear like the 15th black person be like, "I hate when white people ask to touch my hair," and it's like, God damn, it is a real thing.
I'm glad I never fucking took the time to work on a fucking woods porn bit, because my fucking shit was like, was there a pirate? That I was gonna do something about booty. I was gonna be like, oh god, dude, what am I, Bob Hope? I'm like, what am I, Bill Maher? Like, fuck.
Is that so wrong, ladies and gentlemen?
Airplane.
You know, Halloween's coming up. I remember when I was a kid trick-or-treating at the Playboy Mansion. Remember that, Hef? I used to... I'd knock on the door. I'd say, Hef, we want candy. He said, she's in the grotto with Jimmy Kahn.
Ba-dum-doom!
I did not see that coming.
You know what this bathtub could use more of? Some bubbles. Hey, Bubbles, come over here. Hey, Bubbles, what's your major? Poetry. Yeah, well, maybe a little later you can help me straighten out my Longfellow. I tell ya. You ever seen Back to School? It's a bit in Back to School. He's throwing a party and all these
I mean,
college
dude,
girls.
no. As soon as he said we want candy, I
You're
was
like,
gonna say.
boom, you gotta
I was gonna
get to
say famous Playboy.
Candy
person,
Clark?
Bunny. Is that what they're called? Playboy bunnies, right?
Yeah, bunnies.
That's weird. He even just made them animals.
He literally put ears on them
okay.
and a tail.
I wonder,
and then underpaid them.
Did they cover that in the docuseries?
Oh, of course, 'cause-
Hef had a weird, like, he wanted to fuck bunny rabbits, I think.
I think so. Or, yeah. Well, yeah. The most important thing he needed is so that the bunny rabbits don't talk. And
Bunny
apparently...
rabbits are very quiet animals. I will say that. No sarcasm.
You don't even need to get him to sign an NDA. No, dude. Gloria Steinem famously did an article back when the first clubs opened, where she went undercover as a Playboy bunny in one of the bars and just fucking talked about the working conditions and shit, and it's fucking garbage. Like they got trashed, man.
Do you know what it says on Hef's door? Do you still have that sign? In Latin? This just shows how classy he is. It says, si non oscilas noli tintinari. Right? In Latin. In English it means, if you don't swing, don't ring. That's the class of that man. Bob Guccione has, if you don't suck, don't fuck. That's, you know...
It rhymes, therefore it's funny.
That has always been something that's strange to
It's
me.
a
That is a real thing.
That's a hacky thing I can do.
Is that true though? Does he have a Latin saying or a Latin quote, but that translates into a rhyme?
Oh, I don't know.
That, you know what I mean? He said it stands for the if you don't swing, don't ring or whatever.
Oh no, that was his joke. No,
I know.
I'm sure there's a Latin thing. His pretension knows no bounds.
But he was using it as an example as to how trashy Hugh is. Like,
you think that's real? Like that's really?
I was just wondering if because that is an extremely garbage thing to think of a fun rhyme.
Yeah.
And then have somebody interpret it into Latin and then put that on your fucking door.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have to stop this clip.
That is some new money trash shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God, dude. Dude, this is my thing about fucking Hugh Hefner, man. Everybody's like, oh well, he was a credit to it. You know, he was really into civil rights because he gave like Dick Gregory his first fucking big break. And I'm like, dude, that he did that because he wanted to be the hippest guy in the room. I mean, he was a fucking. I'd hate to fucking.
Was Hugh also behind Playgirl, or was that just a completely different like?
That had no, yeah, he had to have been, yeah. Okay, there it is. Hugh Hefner, an original vintage lantern. If you don't swing, holy shit, that's real.
Yeah, actually.
What a fucking douchebag. He's got Latin engraved plate in front of the Playboy Mansion in Chicago that translates into, if you don't swing, don't ring. Dude, that is not
I
only...
told you it could be real.
Dude, that is not only...
Which just goes
sums
to
up Hugh Hefner, it sums up Bill Maher.
It also just goes to show, yeah, Bill Maher is funny. Hugh wrote that punchline for him.
Dude. Yeah, and all he did was say Bob Guccione's if you don't fuck, if you don't suck, you don't fuck.
Who's Bob Guccione?
He's the guy that owns Penthouse, which is a slightly dirty magazine.
Penthouse had, showed penetration, didn't it?
Yeah, dude. You notice you'll talk about fucking Bob Guccione. He won't talk about Larry Flint because Larry Flint
Maxim dirtier
was the fucking man.
Or the cleaner one? Maxim.
What?
Maxim. Is it the cleaner? Or
Maxim
the
was like a
dirtier
'90s trend where they had like Playboy competitors.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Like
okay.
one of those guy magazines.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even show titties.
Oh damn, that's gay.
Those are just bikini girls. That's just dumb.
Oh,
and
so
then a list of like the best shootouts.
Oh,
you know,
so Maxim. Okay.
But
that sucks.
now Larry Flint is a working class fucking boss. First of all, he gave us Jackass. He gave us our right to slander people using satire, which is
Everything.
what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Where, like, and he fucking gave us pussy. Like, he said, like, this is my problem with Playboy. Playboy is the intersection of where being rich and getting pussy comes from. Like, that's all that magazine was about, is
being rich and getting pussy.
being rich and getting pussy. And then he's like, and then Larry Flint was like, no, this is a magazine that you jerk off to. That's its purpose, and that's what it's here for. And that's what you get. And you get fucking, it's a great, they made a movie about him. The movie about fucking Hugh Hefner. Look at the movie that they made about Hugh Hefner and look at the movie they made about Larry Flint.
Was Larry Flint a doc? Also,
no, it was with Woody Harrelson, Courtney Love, Norm Macdonald.
Did Larry Flint have anything
Edward
to do
Norton.
with the writing of it?
No, but he played a judge and he's a terrible actor.
Oh, I believe that.
It's a very pompous movie, but it's by the guy that made Amadeus. But it's a good movie. But I just the differences between those two is just amazing.
But we love him. Because he is a Zen master. That is why we all try to align our lives as oneness. Well, he made his career the love of his life. Has anyone ever done that to such a degree?
He saved himself when he went to such a degree. His work, he made his work. He's married to his work. Has anyone ever thought of that? Doing that? Has anyone ever just concentrated on their career instead of an actual healthy relationship? He's a real innovator.
It does kind of sound like you saying Hugh Hefner, the only man that likes his job. Because you have to be assaulting and fucking...
Yeah, he's the Dalai Lama of sexual assault.
You have to rule over women in your house in order to...
Fucking A, dude. He used to have fucking curfews on them. He wouldn't let them get jobs. That's why he paid them $1,000 a week to keep them, because they're like, well, because we need money and we need to have jobs. And he's like, no, don't get a job. I don't want you to talk. You might have male coworkers. That scares me because I'm the most insecure man on the planet. That's why you see me with a fucking pipe and pajamas trying to talk like I'm fucking Dr. Smooth.
Whatever he did was for that. Everything he did to get laid was a write-off. You know? The grotto. Hey, man. I fuck on that thing, please. I'm not going to pay taxes on it, too.
Yeah, Bill Maher was always a fucking hack. And here's the thing. He literally said, like, the left is changed. I haven't. And you're like, well, first of all, that's not a thing. That's not the boast you think it is. I have not. I've refused to have grown. And third, you're a libertarian. So this is the thing. He was a libertarian, and then George W. Bush got his show canceled. And then suddenly he became a Democrat for fucking 8 years. And then everybody thinks he was a fucking liberal. And then when George W. Bush was gone, he just went back to his same old fucking bullshit. Because all he gives a fuck about is himself. I mean, the world entirely revolves around him, and I gotta tell you, I'm fucking predicting his fucking days at HBO are numbered. He is such a fucking dinosaur.
I mean,
because he's still this
give it
guy.
up for a guy who does that.
He doesn't look much different.
No, he doesn't age. I'll say that.
Which brings me to the president's penis, because, you know...
Okay, we have to get ready.
Is Clinton in office right now?
Yes, and it's the blowjob concept
Yeah.
scandal. And he insults Monica Lewinsky, which is what was very popular to do, was to insult Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, I saw a fucking... I don't remember what show, but it was like an episode about that whole scandal. It might have been last week tonight.
Yeah.
And like it showed like a montage.
Oh, a montage of Jay Leno jokes.
And it's like
what a piece of
there's like
shit.
4 minutes of just hack straight, like some of them were just basically saying she's a whore, and like that's just the like
he fucking
that shit was crazy.
Oh no, the Tonight Show is propaganda, because he used to fucking say during the election, he would say he kept having jokes about Al Gore inventing the internet, because they had spread a rumor that Al Gore had claimed he invented the internet.
But he did.
No, he never said that.
People just
No.
I've heard that before.
No,
That's
no.
funny.
He was on a committee that passed financing to develop the internet. So that's all he said.
I think the internet was made. It was created at UCLA. If I remember.
Whatever it was taxpayer dollars that created the internet.
That's taxpayer dollars I can support going to something.
Yeah, I don't know why we don't get it for free now.
Yeah, that would be.
Since
cool.
we paid for it.
That'd be fucking tight.
Like,
Well,
it should be everywhere. Like, why the fuck am I concerned about shit? I have no more cellular data. So now everything's got.
Actually, I am.
No one can finish a sentence on my phone now.
I am.
I don't even want to finish it because it ends. The punchline is the dumb fucking punchline that ends with a fucking derogatory term about Chinese people, which I don't really have anything against. But the fucking truth of the matter is,
He used the CH word?
yes, because
Dang.
my problem is
this
this
hasn't resurfaced.
This clip has been on here for 5 years, and it hasn't been fucking removed. Our recording of it will last for about 5 hours, and it'll be removed, and we'll get a strike.
That's just a sign that nobody gives a fuck about Bill Maher.
They don't give a...
The
Well, we'll
fact
see if
that
they...
this hasn't, there's not some fucking loser in his room that hates Bill Maher enough to put this out to try and...
Oh, yeah.
I guess a lot of the people are probably also just saying, like, I hate cancel culture. Like, it's gonna kill us all.
Well, I watched Jesus and Mero responding to his N-word controversy. And I just remember, I go... and he goes, he said it, the N-word with a hard R. And then they play the clip, and he clearly did not say it with a hard R. But I always thought that was really funny that he didn't use a hard R when he said that. The joke was, I'll fix the joke. The joke was, he goes, it was a Republican, and he's like in Nebraska, and he's like, I'd love to, he's like, you should come by and visit. You can come and work in the fields. And then my version of that would have been like, I'm a little soft for that. I prefer to work in the house. And then probably 5 people would have got that joke, and it would have been no problem at all.
Yeah.
Be like, holy shit, and you would have, yeah, it would have worked way better. Instead, he called himself a house. And then, but he didn't use a hard R because he thought, like, in his mind, he thought it was 1998, and, like, maybe he could slide under the bar if it wasn't a hard R. Because that was the thing that people used to say. It's okay if it's an R, it's not okay. That used to be a conversation that white people...
a real argument that's still made to this day.
Yeah, and he thought he can get away with it, but it didn't even make sense. Because that's not how you use a soft R.
Yeah. He was using it, like, hatefully, but...
Yes, he was using it
trying
as
to make
a
it
house.
Sound...
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It
was
didn't
that
make
the
any
one where
sense.
he also, like, over-pronunciates it and, like, breaks into 2 clear syllables? I remember, like, seeing about where he's like, I'm a house, ha-ha, instead of just, like...
If you listen to it, it's a soft... He clearly says a soft R, because I think in the back of his mind, he's like, well, I'll get a pass if I don't, because that's all I have to do.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
It's cool after that.
The guy's, like, just trapped in a different era, man. All right.